Listen, yeah. Hey, look, y'all got a draft pick out here that's looking like Prince.
Hey, that's Kyler Gordon, and
Hey,
that's where we starting the day at, man. Do you feel like the Bears improved? Two, what do you think of the pick of Kyler Gordon?
no, I definitely feel like I feel like the Bears improved defensively for sure.
Uh-huh.
Offensively, I can't say too much. I know that they took 4 offensive linemen, but I'm gonna be real with you. Out of the four, I probably think maybe one of them will probably make the roster to back them up. I don't know. We'll see. Um, I like yeah, I'm forgetting buddy name, but he said his girl went to I forgot where he said she went to, but she like went and got all the caps, and then she went and took
Oh
them
yeah,
back
yeah.
after
You
that.
talk about
Yeah,
Jaquan.
yeah, nah. I like him, but yeah, nah. Definitely defensively, um, they've improved. I would say on the defensive side of the ball, I would probably get him a B, just B plus, just because I'm not sold on I'm not sold on the safety. Who's
Talking about I feel like Jaquan Brisker
yeah,
is an
yeah.
excellent
I'm
pick.
I'm I'm not I'm not totally sold on him. Gordon I mess with, but
Brisker, this is the thing about Brisker, right? Like he's going to cover a lot of ground. He's going to essentially be that piece that you need next to a ball hawk like Eddie Jackson can be. He's an excellent wrap-up tackler, which is it shows you where the Bears are trying to go. They're trying to get people in here that, at a minimum, are good at their jobs. Right?
yeah,
They're
as
trying to get
good as
people in
her.
here.
And I said that as soon as they picked both of them up, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, so they know how to wrap up.
yeah, and that's what you want. That's a good starting point to be at. Hey, what's he do well? Tackle. Okay, he plays defense. That's good to hear. I really like. I love the pick of Brisker. I feel like he's somebody who can also play the ball really well,
I mean,
Eddie
I seen
Jackson.
the tape. We can have a difference of opinion.
I just feel like he's somebody that can play the ball well along with Eddie Jackson. He's somebody who can absolutely play over the top well. He's somebody who, to me, I mean, I kind of agree with the chat. I feel like he's the best safety in the draft. And he's somebody. Here's the thing: not only somebody that can wrap up, but somebody that can lay the boom. Somebody not only just somebody that can wrap up, but somebody that, listen, you might not want to see if you're a wide receiver coming across. You know what I'm saying? Like he's somebody that when coming downhill, he absolutely can get into you. And so
I know,
I
most
think there's a
definitely.
lot of upside. And listen, Eddie Jackson can be that piece. I still have hope out for Eddie Jackson, right? I think the last 2 seasons we haven't talked well about Eddie Jackson, and Eddie Jackson hasn't shown us much. But on the other side of that, Eddie Jackson hasn't had a ton of help next to him, right? But you still got to be better. There's no excuse for how Eddie has played for most of the season, for the last couple of years. But by the way, just dropping that one in there. Did the Bears fix their secondary? Y'all let us know in that one as well. But I mean, honestly, right? Like, I feel like not only did you improve, but I feel like you fixed your defense. I feel like at a minimum, your secondary, right? Like, we thought we would see
Yeah,
a
no, you
trade of
you
Robert.
fixed the secondary.
We thought we would see a trade of Robert Quinn. Looks like Robert Quinn might be sticking around for the Chicago Bears. The Bears said they weren't shopping him. You've got that kind of pressure up front. To me, I really liked in the 5th round going to get Dominique Robinson. I think he's going to bring some good. Dog, I've spent an entire weekend. It was actually a relaxing weekend, but I spent an entire
I know.
weekend.
I seen. You enjoyed yourself. I
Oh
think.
yeah, but I spent an entire weekend
Yeah.
literally just watching film, and I'm not talking about like just the highlights because that's normally what I watch from college. I was watching full-on games, just kicking it, just like where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? He's on the field. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? He's on the field, right? Like so,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
I feel good about the picks. I feel like the pick of Dominique Robinson, pairing that with Robert Quinn as an edge rusher, especially, and not only adding depth at that position, but 6'4", 253 pounds, incredibly athletic, right? Like the biggest issue with Dominique Robinson is that his low experience. He doesn't have a great, he doesn't have a ton of experience playing at that position.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't have experience there, but I've got talent, experience is gained. So to me, like I feel like you
and
did
he's got
good.
Robert Quinn on the other side too.
And you've got Robert Quinn on the other side. I feel like you've vastly improved your defensive line there, and that's going to in turn make Jalen Johnson better. That's going to make Kyler Gordon better. That's gonna make Eddie Jackson the ball hawking safety that he was. That's gonna make Jaquan Brisker better. You know what I'm saying? And it makes that transition easier to me.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with it is where the picture taken, especially when you look at Dominic Robinson. I mean, especially going throughout the rest of that draft. You know, a lot the term that was used a lot of times was, yo, these dudes can play. They got raw talent. They just need experience. So I mean, if he pans out on the other side with Robert Quinn, you definitely have a steal there. I mean, like, but yeah, I would say, I mean, and like I said when Pose made the pick, I said at minimum this team is gonna be able to wrap up and tackle.
Yeah.
So which we complained a lot about last year. So I mean, definitely, like I said, on the defensive side of the ball, I would definitely say B plus. Now it just turns, what are those four offensive linemen gonna do on the offensive side of the ball? That's
100%.
gonna make Justin's life easier because, like you said, and we can talk targets all we want to, but they need somebody to keep Justin off his butt. So
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think the interesting thing right with it is that to me, you're now talking about you're talking about right, like playing the way that we have played defensively, improving that. Like even last year, like the Bears to me were bad. Like they allowed 39 passing touchdowns, something like that, something crazy. But they were still decent in the middle of the fields. It was more so like once you get in the red zone, it's a guarantee. Let's improve on that. And it makes me think of, hey, we want Justin to play well. When did we think Mitch was playing well? Like, it's not just the offensive side. The offense has to improve 100%. There's no doubt about it. But like I said before, there's no way the offense won't improve. Y'all have to understand, Matt Nagy was a historically bad offensive play caller. One of the worst in NFL history. His offense
I'm good, Rob.
has scored less than some of the Bears' offenses from the 60s. There's no way anyone else can come in and be worse than that. So the offense is going to move up regardless of anything else happening. But when was Mitch at his best? When did we think Mitch Trubisky could be a quarterback that the Bears could roll with? When the defense was putting him in good positions.
Short field.
Have good looks.
Short field.
At the end zone.
Short field.
You
and
do
look,
need.
I'm gonna say this too. I mean, I had to go back and look because we was killing Pat when we did the draft live about, man, they need to get a receiver. What are you talking about? And I really had to go back into my notes. And I remember us. I remember me taking the screenshot, dog. Like, the year that they made the playoffs was the only year that the Bears were not last in terms of offense. Like that. And look, when they weren't last, they were 28. They were still 28. It goes 28, 31, 31, 32. Like,
and don't get me wrong, you need Justin to have a good offense. You need Justin to take that step offensively. And so you do have to give him more weapons. The pick of Velus Jones, right, is an interesting one to me. I feel like that was a little bit high. Baki was good in the chat. Shout out to Baki, man. The Breeze's own PR guy. By the way, hit that like button, subscribe to the page.
The Black
Chicago
Adam
Sports. The Black Adam Schefter in this month.